Alright everyone, today we're making everyone's favorite, smoked bacon lobster mac and cheese. Let's get started. Alright y'all, this is an easy recipe, super simple, and it's not complex, nothing at all. All you literally need is macaroni, milk, and more milk. It's literally just milk, seasoning, and cheese. But, of course, you gotta have a little bit of lobster to go in there, and a little bit of bacon. So we're gonna cook up some bacon on our old griddle right here. And we're gonna make the mac and cheese on the big green egg downstairs. So, I don't know about y'all, let's get to it. So, first thing you're gonna wanna do. This is not a very hard recipe. So first you wanna need is a pound of elbow macaroni. You can go with shells, you can go with elbow, doesn't really matter. I usually like to use the whole thing, but instead I actually grabbed 2 pounds, so I'm gonna double it this time, which is not very hard. Next, you're gonna get 3 cups of milk. I didn't have enough. Alright, that's 2. Here's 1. Alright, now that that's done, you gotta add a little bit of heavy whipping cream. You gotta add the whole thing. 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. All that in there. Now I'm going to take my spoon, I'll stir it around. Now we got McCormick's Grill Mates garlic butter. You gotta put a little bit of garlic butter in there. Don't be afraid to cover the whole thing with seasoning and rub. Usually this requires rub, but I got this is rub right here. But it doesn't really matter to what you need or what you want to use. You can use seasoning, you can use rub. I just use what you get off the store, and it's nothing easy. You don't have to use any of the homemade stuff. I personally don't know how to make any of that. We got our friend, or big shout out to Honey Hog Barbecue. Love y'all. Y'all make really good seasoning. I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there. Actually, a lot of it in there. This mac and cheese takes a lot of seasoning. Of course, you gotta have some hot sauce in there to get the flavor out. I'm gonna baptize this in hot sauce. Next, I'm going to stir this around. Take my spoon, break all that apart. Let's see. Next, I'm going to need a cutting board. So, that's the one thing I forgot to get out. So, alright everyone, I'm at the cutting board station right now. So, you'll need a cutting board and a knife. Doesn't have to be sharp or anything. And what I'm working with, I've got some garlic and herb butter I just bought from the store. And I got a block of cream cheese. And we're going to cut all these into wedges. So the first thing you got to do, you got to open up your stick of butter. Toss that right there. Start cutting. And try not to cut yourself. Remember, I am a trained professional. Not really. Alright, now that that's all cut up, we're going to take our block of cream cheese. Struggle's real. What's up? Alright, so we got our block of cream cheese. We're just going to start cutting this down into wedges. Okay, y'all, so back here at the macaroni station, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our butter that we cut. Kind of separate it a little bit because butter gets sticky. And we're going to take our spoon, Mr. Spoon, we're going to kind of stir this around again. Separate the butter a little bit so it's not so in one area. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be like, it just gotta be like, you don't have to do much. You don't have to stir it. You can. It's totally up to you. Now we're gonna add our cream cheese in. And now we're gonna go down to our grilling station. I'll see y'all there. Alright, y'all, I'm downstairs. So what I've got here, I've got a charcoal big green egg smoker. So we're gonna put the mac and cheese we made in this grill. And just let it sit for about an hour. At the 30-minute mark before an hour, we'll open the lid and we'll stir it. Let it sit for another 30 minutes. Open the lid, then stir it again. And after that second time, it should be done. I'll see y'all in 30 minutes. But first, let's put the mac and cheese on here. And there y'all go. And close the lid and just let it sit. Alright, now that I got the mac and cheese on the big green egg at 225 to 275 degrees, I'm going to let it rest for a mark of 30 minutes. And then open the lid, then stir it. let it sit for another 30 minutes, open the lid, and stir it again. Then when it looks all combined, then take it off and bring it back upstairs. Alright, what's up, y'all? It's been a little over 30 minutes. I'm almost certain I can take it off. Well, not really. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna raise the lid, take this here spoon, stir it up. Actually looks pretty good. I don't think I need to stir it again. Yeah, this looks done. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this upstairs and cook the bacon and get the lobster in it. We'll call it a day. I'll see y'all upstairs. Alright everyone, what's up? I'm back upstairs, got the mac and cheese off the grill. I gotta preheat the griddle to 375. Got my bacon. Let's go ahead and get this. Get this open. And before I do that, I want to feel it. It's getting there. Should be good enough, so. There we go. Here's one. I'm going to do like 4 strips of bacon. 2. 3. And 4. And 4. What's the 4th one right here? Just wait for those to cook. Shouldn't take long. In the meantime, why don't you get your lobster? I just got the pre-packaged stuff for the grocery store. Take your spoon. This is the spoon that we use for stirring. I just kept it in there to grab some, where are they? Grab those from upstairs. And then to come back and grab this off the grill. So let's go ahead and throw a little bit of lobster in there. I'm gonna take a handful. Of lobster. We got a little furry friend here wanting some. Look at this. So what you want to do is sprinkle it all around. Grab this chunk, break it up. Do more. You can never go wrong with lobster. Spread it around. That little patch right there. And then wait for the bacon to cook. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and stir it in. Go ahead and stir it in, wait for that to cook. There it is, you hear that? That's the sound of it cooking. it on me. Now that we got all that mixed in, I'm gonna sit here and wait for the bacon to cook. Alright, so it's been a little bit. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a little light on here. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. And we're gonna flip the bacon. That actually looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I flipped it a little too early, but it's alright. Bacon cooks fast anyway. Okay, now that I think these three are done, not sure about that one, but I'll pull it closer so I can get a better eye on it. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab us a plate. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the cutting board over here. Bring it over. Bring it over here. Take this knife. Just fell on the ground, put it in the sink. Get a new knife. Put it right here. Grab your mighty tongs. Just place away. That one looks done. Yeah, it looks done. Alright, now what you gotta do is you gotta turn off your griddle. Then what you gotta do is you gotta cut the bacon. So here, it's gonna be screaming hot. Yep, it's already screaming hot. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, don't see them, so here's what I'm gonna do. Place one on top of the other. Fold it like this. And then rip it. Screaming hot still. Once you get that peeled up nice and good, we're gonna take a little pinch, take it over to the mac and cheese, sprinkle it in there. Next, you're gonna mix it. Ooh, almost dropped y'all. Mix it. Like I said, this recipe is super easy, nothing hard at all. And other than that, I hope y'all liked enjoying this recipe. Look at this goodness. This looks pretty good. I will see y'all in the next video. Bowtie Kid of Games, signing off on another cooking video.